Hey everybody, how's it going? Hello, hello, hello. How we doing today? How we doing? Alright, let's give people a few minutes to get in here. How has everyone's day been so far, yeah? Mine's been fun. It's been interesting. Okay, got that down. That down. Hey French, how's it going? Alright. Tiring? Tiring? I feel that. I feel that. Yours was good? Great. Good. Yes, I do play Genshin, actually. I play Genshin quite a lot. You could say it is a bit of an obsession that I play it every single day. I don't have a problem. I promise. I don't have a problem. At all. I don't have a problem. I don't think I have a problem. Pretty sure I don't have a problem. Just like the characters and the story and the lore and the combat and just everything about it is just so fun, and it's enjoyable. Star Rail I also play a lot of, so yes, maybe we'll do a Star Rail stream again. So last time we did it, we got Dahung, but don't mind me. Just getting my like 40 drinks ready. Whereas everyone, they don't like it when I play video games, I guess. They just want to be here when I'm doing skeleton stuff, which is fine. It's understandable. Video games is more of a Twitch thing. It's not that big of like a YouTube thing. But, I mean, I posted in my servers that I'm streaming, so anyone that wants to be here will be here. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's start off with that right there. We just pin that. Pin that real quick. Alright, let's give everyone a good, like, 10 minutes. Let's go till 45. See who else joins us before we get started, yeah? The magician... Yeah, that is... Yeah, because you were here last time. Yeah. You don't know anything about Genshin? Oh, jeez. I don't think I'm qualified to go into lore videos about it, but, try it out. Try playing Genshin. It's fun. It's fun. It's very addicting. Like, I've not been into something this much since I was into Undertale when it first came out. And this is still updating. So it's like, if Undertale was like a MMO, but like, the lore and everything, I'm that into it. I'm super into it. Mona does have a great hat. I actually have 2 figures of Mona on my deck. She was my first 5-star, actually, and I've gotten her quite a few times. Not even mad about it. No, I like her. You're late? No, you are right on time. We just started. We just started. There's just nobody here, because no one wants me to play video games. They want me to all, do skeleton voices, which is fine. It does not bother me at all. People are gonna like what they like. I also set the stream up a few days ago because I wanted to schedule stuff out so people would know when I would be streaming. But I guess I could do one quick last share. Let's make a community post about it real quick. YouTube. In case people don't see that I'm streaming. Create a post. Live. Playing Genshin. Can I do it with video? I can. Haha. Doot. Okay, that's been posted. Throw it on Twitter too. Why not? Some more Archon quests. Share. Tumblr don't really care much. That's fine. Hey, 8 people is still 8 people. That's better than the 0 I'd have over on Twitch. I'll take it. I will take it. Happily. I'll happily take 8 people. That is 8 people that I can actually interact with a bit more and can, you know... I lost my train of thought. Ooh, nice. Now, I've been seeing a lot of the Inktober stuff. It looks really... People are creative. I love that. Put it in my stream thing. All right. Close Discord now. Yeah, you know, glad you're not late too. 10 people. All right, we got 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna start playing. Where'd that music go? That music was nice. I want that back. That's some good background music, because that's just underwater Genshin music. The underwater in Genshin is so nice. Let's go here. That is some nice background music right there. How was my day? Good. My day was good. I had a good day. It's a Monday. It's a Monday after a weekend of shouting and scaring people, which was fun. Got 9 people here. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's just a little heart thing here. I could see what you were saying. But it, yeah. So this music is just so calming. It's very nice. It's just nice to listen to, you know. The underwater sections in Fontaine give me a Subnautica vibe, which I used to play so much of back in the day. Cheryl, my day was well. How about yours? Stayed up until midnight drawing last night? Ooh. Well, I hope you did eventually get some rest. Or murder and killer wear crayon costumes for Halloween against their own will. Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's cute. He would do that too. I'm so sorry. My condolences. Alright, got about another 2 minutes, everybody. Then we can start back on the Archon quest. A little warning ahead of time for that. I did have to back out of it, because it wasn't going to let me... I shouldn't have ended the stream when I did. So we might have to redo some parts. Or we might have to skip some parts that I had to do to get out. So hopefully we all won't have missed too much. Essentially, what I had to do after the stream, we met with the Geo lady that we met with the butler, and we investigated the little underground area there, and then we spent the night and we made pastries. She made, not pastries, she made frickin' what are they called? Macaroons? Macarons, whatever they're called. She made those, and they were yummy. Paimon sold 2 of them, because that's Paimon. Yeah, if that doesn't replay for whatever reason, yeah. Navia, yes. I love Navia. I cannot wait till she is playable. I want her. I want her so bad. She looks so cool. But right now, I am saving up for Risley. Risley? One of those. Saving up for him right now. I'm passing on Nouvelette, even though he's so cool. His kid is so he has a freaking hyper beam. He is pretty. He is a very pretty man. Oh my god. The men in this game are just You think skeletons are attractive, but the men in Genshin, good, yummy. Sorry, what? Anyways, let's get over to some Genshin then, shall we? Let's switch over to that. Let me just transition the scene real quick. And here we are. All right. Let me go back to where we were. Gotta go back to the Archon quest. Sans in Genshin Impact Fusion. Okay, but who would Sans be in Genshin Impact? Or what would his vision, like, what would his character be? Give me the Undertale AU characters. Give me the Undertale characters in Genshin. What would they be? And why? Let's just combine them, because I like smushing fandoms together, going ee. Oh, Razor? Razor's adorable. I love Razor. Okay. On to, I guess we're doing the trial? I don't know. Not sure. Don't know what we're doing. Oh, I guess we're just actually doing the trial now. Cool, let's go.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
Paimon's still with the glasses. I forgot about that. Do I don't know anything about Genshin? That's fine. Genshin is one of those things you kind of have to just experience to kind of get. It's fun.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax.
One truth
Even
prevails.
if everyone else suspects Lenny and
That's
Lynette,
Case
at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides,
no,
I
yeah.
doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Okay, so we got our book. Got all of our statements. Did I miss one? Oh, I missed stuff? Oh, shit, I didn't know I missed stuff. Oh, wow, okay.
Best of luck to you.
Paimon is Paimon. I have no negative opinion about her because she's just our companion. But Paimon is Paimon.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Horrible.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
Yeah.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Paimon is emergency food. You're like, welcome, Kitty. Welcome to your first stream. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just you wait, Farina.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Are we gonna do the trick again? Oh, okay. So we're not actually gonna see it. They're just gonna.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Seems legit. Not sus at all. You normally sus, Lenny. I believe you.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Yeah, she gonna.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Oh, they did the point. They did the point.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
This music sounds familiar. Sorry.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
I know for a fact that all the voice actors did Phoenix Wright jokes in the booth because they've talked about it, and it's
And you didn't hear
wonderful.
anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
thud. Uh-oh.
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
You don't know about the sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Or represents the oratory stance on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The what?
The House of the Hearth?
Fatui?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you can
These
tell us
transitions are freaking
everything that
crazy.
happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
I'm improving this bitch.
The Outlander is speechless.
There's a senora here.
My, oh
Wow.
my,
Okay.
Don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Duel Farina. Okay.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
What did you do, you messy bitch?
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Money and Fanata Fortui?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Uh-oh. Not about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Lenny has concealed his identity, this can all have been set up beforehand. Which child is here in Fontaine, along with other House representatives? What scheme could they be working at? Victim of such schemes before now.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Mission to speak, Your
Granted.
Honor.
In that case, what is your request?
Request a brief adjournment. There are things we must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
Sorry.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Farina. Friend swap. Oh God, no. No, 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 thank you. Yo, guys, what the fuck? Why the fuck
Well,
you lying to us?
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Well, you think she likes drama?
I'm sorry, Traveler.
Everybody see me okay? Alright, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Alright, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know what happened. It was weird. Well, let's open that back up and get back to it. So sorry. Hello. Sorry about that. Waiting for Genshin to open back up. I don't know what happened. I hit my desk and then. Sorry about Why is it echoing like that? That's weird. Hello? Waiting for Genshin to open back up. Why is it? I don't know what happened. I hit my desk and then. The fuck? Sorry about that. Why is it echoing like that? That's weird. Hello? Oh, that's right. I have it on my phone. I'm stupid. I had to open on my phone. I'm so like, why am I echoing? Hello, Stereo Rogue? Oof. Sorry. I forgot I had it open on my phone so I could talk to y'all. Sorry. Like, wait a second. Why is my microphone speaking to me? What the fuck is going on? Ah! The French was too much for a rogue. No, for real though. Okay, we're back. Alright. So voting back. And that's the book is... Okay, he is white again. Fantastic. Why is it in stereo? I'm dumb, guys. I'm really dumb, okay? Not a thought behind my eyes. Not a single one. Not a single conceptual thought behind my eyes. Hold up, I got a text. Let me read that real quick, guys. Just my husband checking in on me. I crashed your PC. Thanks, French. You owe me a new one if you have to, if it breaks, you owe me a new one. That'll be $3,000. You got that? You got $3,000, French? You got that? I don't think you got that. I really don't think you got that. Okay, cool. We're picking up right here. Excellent.
Well,
all right. What's happening?
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
We are playing Genshin Impact Archon Quest Part 1 in Fontaine. I haven't played Part 2 yet. I haven't even finished Part 1 yet, so we're going to finish Part 1. We'll do Part 2 maybe in another. Maybe I'll do it on my own if you guys even want me to continue to play Genshin. It seems semi-popular, but really not really. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm sorry, Traveler.
Onward.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. This is where my PC broke.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
We did trust you.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
Not all. This is where we learn not all Fatui are bad guys.
Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
So bad she lost her glasses.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Okay.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
Okay.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Okay.
The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
I know you're not lying to us, though.
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point.
Understandable.
You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
What crime have you done then?
Well, you both say that, but
Bring the other issue then.
right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Okay.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
You heard it. He vented. Guilty. Eject him. Sorry, that's for the Among Us players.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Okay.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Yeah. But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal
My
with that
chats are
prophesized
unhinged,
crisis.
and I love it. Thanks, guys.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time.
Okay.
It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Yeah.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will
This is where we
follow your
learn that
lead
not
however
all the
you
Fatui are
choose.
bad. Believe in the facts. I will defend you from the charges. I'll believe the judgment will be. The judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I cannot read tonight.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
All right, we already have it. We already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
German's over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Cartoon Boy has red tears. Don't trust him. Why shouldn't we trust him? What does that mean? All right, onward. Continue the trial. I don't want to. What is happening, chat? What is going on? How am I liking the Archon Quest? I'm liking it so far. I love a good mystery.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let
And
us
these
continue
camera
the trial.
angles for editing are just so much fun.
When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention.
No.
At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Look at that little shit-eating face. I gotta do stuff. Okay.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound.
Hey, Zafine. Hey, Zen.
Finally, he used the vase to knock her out before making her change clothes
No, it's fine.
to prevent others from
It's okay
recognizing her.
to not know what's going on. Essentially, Magician Man is getting framed for something he didn't do.
Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed.
No, not
So
really.
Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Are you sure about that?
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
Very much
The key
so.
to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Hey, Traveler gets a talk. Awesome.
Seems this...
Oh, how do I identify these? Okay.
Seems...
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going through until I get it.
According to Linny, he
Oh, I had it
left
right the
via
first
the
time.
vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with
Lauren,
Halsey.
welcome. I'm just clicking things and
Linny
oh, there we
went
go.
to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
No, I'm dumb. I'm not reading anything.
Linny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Ahem. Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
Okay, Ace Detective.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement.
He vented!
Which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt
Was
something
Oratrice,
was
I
amiss,
bet.
he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent. innocent!
Ha ha ha. I'm tipping the scales.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to
Welcome back,
sail
Demon
that.
Child.
Wasn't it awesome?
Oh yeah. Good job, Paimon.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Thanks, Navia.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you remember? How do you prove?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask?
Because he wasn't in the box.
You're saying that he wasn't?
Nope. You claim it.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Paimon with the mustache glasses also gives me serotonin. It's so fun.
This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent.
He vented! Sorry.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
I don't know. When he's no longer under suspicion. Magic Lenny gave details to. The trick was supposed to. The box inside the area. The box containing the audience member would be transferred across by the tunnel. Lenny himself was also used the tunnel to get through their side. Got her clothes.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? Could there have been a third person involved?
Probably yes.
Halsey is the missing person and
Is it really? Okay. So Kyle just fucked up.
the deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Really? I don't like that. I like the third party option better.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that Interesting. Let's hear your reasoning then.
Well, he's the one that set up everything, so everything went wrong because of him.
What I must do next is
He meant to
recreate the
kill
truth.
Lenny.
What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
No, he meant to kill the girl. Oh. Hold on.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances, so where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell. Lenny's... Halsey's clothing was in
She
the
never
tunnel,
left. She's still here.
so there must
be. Makes sense.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash, but it would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well.
No, okay, that's wrong.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The deceased's name is Cowell. Lenny's... It would have been tough for both people.
I'm just clicking stuff because I'm not sure. I have no brain right now.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
That's incorrect. Okay, so we know that Lenny's right.
No one entered or left the Opera House. The sound we heard may have come from a... No one entered or left the Opera... It would have been tough for both people to... The sound we heard may have come from a clash, but... No
I'm
one
dumb.
entered
I'm sorry,
or left
guys.
the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have won? The deceased's name is Cowell. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there...
Whoever must have understood the method behind Lenny's magic trick must have been positioned to move something. Lying, leaving aside he's now dead, Cal. All it means to commit the crime at his disposal. Strange noise could likely have been struggling with Cal and Halsey struggling. Lenny's in the tunnel for a minute. That in given time, Cal and bring Halsey to the magic box and the audience stands. According to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the Opera House, so even if he had taken her, there's no means of exiting. Exiting the box would have a full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Yes.
I see how
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Oh, then I only get so many chances.
So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Whoa, what the fuck happened?
Look, since we're at
Hao.
a dead end, why not consider a different track?
I have no idea what just happened. I don't know where the Yahoo is coming
Just
from.
like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is
She
a
never
magic
left.
trick
She's
where you
stored
can just
somewhere.
make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second. Hold it.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which the sound we heard may have come from a clash between... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Thanks for coming, someone. My favorite Genshin male character? Ooh. Who's my favorite female? Oh god, don't make me choose. Lenny is my favorite right now in terms of female characters. I still like Mona. Mona's great.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense.
Okay.
Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Oh.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Does feel like a dang rope try right now, yeah.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowl was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Oh, you put it down.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll be right back for one quick second. Alright guys, I gotta use the restroom real quick. Alright, I'm back, everybody. Let's go back to where we were, shall we? See, the role players have taken over. Fantastic.
If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Yes.
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism. The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
No.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box. The deceased's name is Cowell. Lynette was in the magic box on I remember there was something else within the The water from the primordial sea shook. The rope that held the water tank up was lit by...
Need to be in a certain order?
The deceased's name is Cowell. The water from the primordial sea should... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. I remember there was something...
Was it the balloons? Is that it?
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Probably.
What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Guard.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have have your own counterattack only to come back and
Planted.
wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close. Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion,
Okay, so why
it does
did
seem
the
that
thing
the
fall?
famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Oh boy.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
No.
Used up all the evidence we collected. There's no... Is this the end of the road?
Yep.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either.
That'd be something
It
else.
doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
Flaw was my ass.
I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't but, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
What is going on?
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Oh, they're
I
the
was hiding outside this
accomplice.
room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Oh, it's them.
No wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they had a practice hand at it, concealment probably. Professional thief makes it
But
work.
I swear, I didn't know that the
I
water
cannot
tank
read
would
today.
fall
I'm sorry,
down.
guys.
Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective. The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lily-Ann and Cowell. Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just...
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
I like Ace Detective Paimon.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
Interesting.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
I win.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
I knew she never left.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Uh-oh.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
Ha!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Liliane was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Liliane. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim.
All right.
Liliane, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Liliane's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Interesting. That was cool animation.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Yay! All right.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know.
You're gonna get killed.
Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The
You get
disappearances
high
were
off
also
people?
the boss's idea. I mean,
What the
this
hell?
is the boss we're talking about. The...
He turned into water.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Where nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved. Ugh.
So,
What a way to go.
we're just going back now?
Yep. Problem seems to have been solved by now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Winnie.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
A knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here,
Arukino?
I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
True.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts.
Uh-oh.
The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, This is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Hold the... Am I reading into that correctly? Damn, Genshin just got dark.
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Oh, Jesus.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
It's on the past, though, near after Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
Interesting.
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand. Goodbye.
Bye, Linny!
Bye, Lynette. Leave the upper house.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now.
Ah. I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that
Well, yeah,
from you.
I'm kind of tired of dealing with
I
people's shit.
suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry.
For real, it's been drama since
I
we
might
got
have
here.
been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Oh, say that. You're right.
Aw, And we were having so much fun investigating
Ow,
with you, too.
ow, ow! Sorry.
It was like
Finger
having
hurt.
new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Well, sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat...
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navi is treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Alright, there we go. That's the end of the Archon quest. With that, I think I'm going to call a stream with that right there, guys. So, thank you everyone for coming. I will see y'all in the next stream. Y'all have a good one.